You see, moving to a new country should improve your finances and not trap you in a cycle of working hard with nothing to show for it. Yet, that's exactly what's happening to thousands of immigrants every single day. The painful part is that most of them don't even realize they're making the same money mistakes over and over again. And I know this because I made some of them myself when I first moved abroad. Today, we're going through 7 habits that quietly keep immigrants poor, and the last one is the one almost nobody talks about. Before we go any further, I want to say something important. I know not every immigrant starts from the same place. Some visas don't allow you to work full-time. Some don't allow you to hustle outside your work. Some limit the number of hours you work, and many people are trying to survive while waiting months for paperwork, residency decisions, or the right to any proper income. Those challenges are real, and I am not pretending they are easy. What I have learned, however, is that once those barriers begin to lift, the habits you build determine whether you simply earn more money or actually build wealth. So this video isn't about blaming people for the system they are in. It's about making sure the system doesn't become an excuse that follows you long after your circumstances have changed. So let's get into it. Habit number 1, living like your stay is temporary. You see, there's an old Chinese proverb that says the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, the second best time is now. Many immigrants spend years acting as if they are living next year. They delay investing, they don't build their credit score, they don't learn how pension works. They avoid buying assets because they are waiting for the right time to return back home. Then 5 years pass, then 10, and then they realize they've built a life, but they've not built wealth. Whether you stay for 3 years or you stay for 30 years, build your financial life where your feet are today. Learn how money works in your new country. Open the investment account, build credit, contribute to your pension. If you eventually then move your investment, your experience, your financial habits, they will move with you. Yes. Number 2, the remittance trap. Helping family back home is one of the most beautiful things many immigrants do. And it is driven by love, it's driven by responsibility, it's driven by gratitude. But there is a fine line between support and sacrifice. If every salary increase means a bigger transfer home, you will always stay in the same financial position. Even on the airplane, you're told to put on your own oxygen mask first before helping someone. It's not selfish, it's survival. This same thing applies to money. The stronger your financial position becomes, the more you can help over the long term. You can't pour from an empty cup. Sometimes the greatest gift you can give your family is becoming financially stable enough that they never have to rescue you. You see, I did a video a while back about what happens when you stop sending money home. You should watch that video and you should read the comments. You should, and you will understand what I mean by the second point. I'll put the link here for you to see. Habit number 3, confusing income with wealth. You see, many immigrants proudly say, I'm earning more than I ever earned back home. And yes, that is something to celebrate. But income is not wealth. Wealth is what you keep after you've been paid. 2 people can earn exactly the same salary. One spends almost everything. The other quietly invests 20% every month. Their financial lives would look nothing alike in 10 years. What you keep from your salary changes your future. Don't ever forget that. Habit number 4 is the lifestyle upgrade trap. If you want to stay poor, celebrate every pay rise or promotion with a new monthly expense or payment, a newer car, a bigger apartment, a more expensive phone, designer clothes, more subscriptions, better holidays. That's the fastest way to stay poor. And it would all feel deserved because you've worked hard for it. But lifestyle inflation is very sneaky. Every upgrade quietly increases the amount of money you need to survive every month. So instead of asking yourself, can I afford it? And then you make your purchase based on that. You make your purchase decision based on that. Ask, will buying this bring me closer to my financial freedom or further away from it? You see, the people who build wealth don't avoid enjoying life. They enjoy life. They just make sure that their investment is also growing and it is growing faster than their lifestyle. Habit number 5, ignoring the system. You see, when I first moved to the UK, one thing became clear to me. Every country has its own money game. If you don't learn the rules, you lose by default. Without even participating in the game, you've lost. Many immigrants never fully understand pensions, ISAs, employer matching, tax relief, investing, how to build a good credit score. They work incredibly hard but miss out on opportunities that are available simply because nobody explained it to them. And that is what we're doing differently in our Wealth Club, Wealth Quarters. We're constantly learning the system and taking opportunities. I'll put the link to Wealth Quarters in the description box. You should check it out. Imagine trying to win a football match without knowing where the goalposts are. That's what managing money feels like when you never learn the financial system of your new country. The people who build wealth, they learn the rules earlier. Habit number 6, waiting to feel settled. There's an old story about a farmer who kept waiting for the perfect weather to plant. Every morning he will, look at the sky and he will find another reason to delay. Oh, it's too windy. Oh, it's too cloudy. Oh, it's too dry. By the time he was finally ready, the planting season had passed. Many immigrants treat money the same way. I'll invest when I get a better job. I'll save when I get my permanent residency. I'll start once, life settles and, I settle down. The problem is that life never settles down. I don't know if it is just me. There's always something, And that's life. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. I'll do it later. That I'll do it later destroys opportunities more than bad investments ever have. Start with what you have, where you are. Small amounts, no matter how small, invested consistently will almost always beat waiting for the perfect moment. Habit number 7, selling time instead of building assets. This is the biggest habit of all. We become experts at earning money, but we never learn how to make our money earn money. We work overtime, we pick weekend shifts, we take that second job, we drive after work. Every extra dollar or pound comes from giving away our time. And there is nothing wrong with hard work. In fact, hard work is often what gets us established in a new country anyway. And I always say an average Niger person is a hard worker. It is wired in us. The problem is working hard forever should not be the goal. The rich don't work for money. They make money work for them. Every month, ask yourself one simple question. Did I buy something this month that will make me money? Or did I buy things that cost me money? You see, assets like investment, businesses, and income-producing property will continue to work for you long after you've stopped working. Moving abroad gives you opportunities that millions of people only dream about. But you see, that opportunity doesn't automatically become wealth. It becomes wealth when you make better financial decisions than the average person. The goal, was never just to move to another country. The goal was to build a better life. And if you're thinking, I earn a low salary, where do I even start from? I have a video on how you can be a millionaire on a small salary, and I'll see you there.